Good morning! Although I guess for the family and friends back home, it's more like good night. But, it's morning here, so I'm going to say good morning. Um, so it is day 27. Um, and I kind of just want to do a bit of a check-in for today. Um, I just woke up like 30 minutes ago, like an hour ago, really. Um, It's 9:45. It's like 9:47 or something like that. And I don't know. I just felt like filming today because it's been a while since I really vlogged. I am working on the Mass video of my trip to Mass, but it's okay. My laptop's being kind of annoying. It's like your startup disk is almost full. Your startup disk is full, and like it deleted some footage that I took, and I'm just kind of being a little giving my laptop the cold shoulder, but so I'm not doing the video right now. I worked on it. I finished it. I did the recordings and everything, but it's just not ready to upload. So, or I mean, I might edit it a bit, so that'll happen. So, I don't know. This is just like a little log of like unfiltered, whatever I say, whatever I don't say is just gonna happen. Yeah. the, uh, so, I don't even know where to start. Like, I've just been like logging like very memorable times in this journal. Um, I don't know when the last time I vlogged. Oh shoot, wasn't it like day 11 or something like that? I think it was like day 11. Shoot, I haven't since classes started, it's been so busy. Like, I mean, I just like discussed it in like my album talking about like my last post, one of my more previous posts about how since classes started, it's been really busy. I haven't been able to update or anything because classes. So I guess I can talk about like the first 2 weeks of classes and how it's been like living here for almost 4 weeks. Oh shoot, it's about to be 4 weeks. It's about to be a whole month since I've been in Japan, and that's wild. Um, yeah, classes. Um, I like them. I'm in all the Japanese language courses. So there's the core language, which is the intermediate Japanese class. So Japanese 300. And then I'm taking Japanese practice. And I'll get into that later. I'm taking. Shoot, I'm blanking. Oh gosh. Taking kanji foundation. Um, taking reading comprehension. Because, oh my goodness, reading's hard. Like, especially books. I'm not ready for novels. I learned the hard way that I'm not ready for, like, books yet. Like, I can do short stories, but, like, books, I'm still not ready. Grammar's so complicated. um, there's another language course. Oh, pronunciation. Um, I'm taking a course on that. And yeah, I think that's all of the Japanese language courses I'm taking. It should add up to 12 credits because the 300 level course is like intensive. So I have it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So my Wednesdays are really free because everything else is Tuesday, Thursday. Kanji is only on Tuesdays. And the other class I'm taking is basically like a modern history or contemporary history of media, film, and literature in Japan, which is on Tuesday, Thursdays. And that's like my 300 level course that I'm taking back to my university for my Asian Studies minor. And yeah, so I guess I could talk a little bit about those classes. So as far as Japanese in general, uh, so I placed an intermediate, and the thing is because I've been self taught for so long, there's, but I mean it's been inconsistent. Like some years I like for a year I would like actually study, and like for a year I wouldn't study. Um, so I didn't use Genki. I never used Genki until like literally maybe like last minute. I didn't really start looking at it until then. So there's like grammar that I don't know. that's in Genki 1. There's grammar I do know in Genki 2, but for the most part, I don't know the grammar in Genki 2. And in intermediate, you're expected to have already done Genki 1 and Genki 2. I was like, I literally spent the first week of classes, even though I didn't have a lot of homework or none at all I did was just sit in the library and just catch up and take notes on straight up all the grammar I did not learn. And like already this notebook is already almost filled out. Like literally, let me see, it's like 20, how many pages? It's literally 26 pages of review, which is really just new information for me. So I'm at such a disadvantage. And you would think it's like, why don't you just go to a lower level? Like, no, like I can catch on to the grammar that I learned in Genki, that I learned in Genki 2. Like I can learn that fine. Like I've been self-taught long enough that I can self-teach myself that and catch up. And plus, like I feel like if I were in Genki 2, I feel like I'd just be straight chilling. So, intermediate's fine. It's a challenge for me. It's just I feel like I'm being kicked in the butt just because it's a lot of grammar I haven't learned. But where we are right now, it's not so bad. It's just I feel so bad when I don't know how to express myself in speaking. Like I can understand just fine what the professor's saying, but when I'm expected to talk, it's like I can say it in pretty basic Japanese, but I don't know how to say it like in complex sentences, and like it's still difficult for me. And yeah, it's fine, but I mean I'm doing okay in my classes. I'm doing fine. I mean, yeah, I'm learning a lot. And then in my kanji class, because I learned Chinese, some of the stroke orders are different, so I didn't realize how specific I had to be in certain stroke orders. Like, this has to be a straight line, not like a little bit slanted. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm pretty sure Hiwatari? I think that's his name. Well, the kanji professor, I'm pretty sure he looks at like some of the kanji that I do. And he's like, she's doing the Chinese stroke order. She's doing the Chinese characters. I'm like the actual, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm sorry. I can recognize a lot of what it's saying, but if I write it, there's probably a chance that I'm not writing it correctly. Pronunciation is a lot of fun. Watanabe sensei is really cool. I feel like pronunciation wise, that's like probably my best class, because my pronunciation is, I think it's alright. I think it's okay. It's just there's some tones that I didn't like know about, like because like ame is like green, ame is like okashi, or like candy, or snack. No, okashi is more like snacks. Demo, I mean no, I don't know. There were just that one's easy to understand, but there are other like speech patterns that like I'm learning myself. Sorry. Being here long enough and like speaking to the locals in Japanese and like trying to speak to other students in Japanese, and like listening a lot, I've picked up some like habits. So if I interject in Japanese, it's because I like picked up a little bit, and so I it comes out sometimes. Like anyway, so you know I've been here quite a while. Yeah. So my practice class, so it's basically like you kind of just practice on your own. You kind of teach yourself some things, and so it's kind of like, oh, I can do that. I've been self-taught for like 10 years, so I was like, okay, I can do this. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to read books, and then pick up on like grammar or like vocab. I tried doing it. First I checked out Matilda in Japanese, and literally, I mean, I understood like a decent portion of it, but I wasn't even done with the first chapter. I literally read the first page and I was like, okay, it's time to translate some things. And I did, and I finally understood it, and it's so funny. After I translated a few things and like try to understand what I was trying to say and figure out, like when I was trying to figure out the grammar and the vocab, but I was like, yo, this chapter is too long. I'm gonna be in the library for too long trying to understand what this is saying. So I tried doing the Mononoke Hime, anime, the anime picture book. That was hard too. And like I'm also supposed to record myself speaking in like reading aloud in Japanese, and it was so bad because I'm used to reading, like left to right, like the typical format, but it's like these books are in the usual format of up and down, vertical, and I really suck at reading that way because I took so long. Because yeah, 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 that was a thing. That was a thing. So I was just like, okay, after this week, I'm literally gonna tell Furuta Sensei that I'm changing it to watching anime in Japanese subtitles and just looking for words and grammar that I don't know. Cause okay, so Fruits Basket, I'm watching that. I'm keeping up with it on like my friend's Netflix. And it's not, there's no English subtitles, so I just watch it in Japanese. Because I mean, I've read the story. I know the story enough that I don't really need subtitles. I'll understand what it's trying to say. And like, I don't have to, and like, I understand more what I'm listening to in anime than I am what I'm reading in books. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. And I thought about using manga too, but I didn't really want to borrow manga from the library because I couldn't find any that I really wanted to borrow. And I didn't want to buy from the bookstore like the in Aeon Mall. I mean, I wanted to, but there was a specific series I wanted to buy, but it's an old series, so I don't think it would be there. Um, and I mean, part of me really does want to buy a series that's actually exclusively in Japanese, but again, I feel like, shoot, that means I have to ship it home because weight restrictions in the plane. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just like rambling for like 12 minutes. But it's just some things I just gotta let out. Some things I just gotta let out and talk about. Because I don't always have the chance to say everything on my mind when I'm video chatting with friends or family. Like they ask, how was your day? How has it been? And I blank because I don't know what to say because it's just a lot of things I could talk about, but I don't know how to start it. So it's just easier to just do this video, send it out, and yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna just pause this for a bit while I think. So yeah, I'm going to be watching Fruits Basket and then figure out vocab I don't know and grammar I don't know. Learn it throughout the week. Watch it again. Maybe still with subtitles, maybe not. I haven't decided that. But that's how I'm going to learn. Because at first I didn't want to use anime because I'm like, listen, that's my downtime. That is me just chilling and like relaxing. My relaxing time. I don't really feel like learning. But that's like other series I can do that. With Fruits Basket, I think I can make it educational for myself since I know the story and I've read the story like enough times that like I know the story well enough. I mean, yeah. I read the whole series before like the revamped version came out. So yeah. Any other classes? Let me think. Reading comprehension. Means it's also with Furuta Sensei. And と it's not bad. But yeah, reading's hard. Reading's hard. Oh my gosh. Anyway, with my history class, it's fine. I'm just not used to how he runs the class. Just because, for example, like we have class tomorrow, and he sent the readings that he told us what we're supposed to be reading on yesterday, Sunday afternoon. I was like, okay, just because I'm so used to it being on the syllabus, what you're supposed to read for what time, what day, and I mean for what class, not what time. Sorry. Because like my other classes do that. They're like, okay, you're expected to get this amount of work done by this for this day. But I mean, I understand why it's kind of like ad lib. But I don't know. It's just I kind of wish it could just tell me what readings because then I could really plan out my studying because now I have to find the book that I couldn't find last time, and I have to make copies of the pages, and making copies is not free. And then I'm not gonna print out the one book. I'm literally just gonna keep it on my laptop and just read it because I don't feel like using more paper. Because for us here, like we have 103 pages free to print per month. So that's actually not bad. I technically could print out the pages, but I don't really want to. So I'll read from my laptop. I'll read the PDF file. But yeah, it's I honestly don't. I feel like I'm learning something else. I don't feel like I'm not. I think part of me is just I'm just so in my Japanese language classes that when I'm in the actual history class, I'm just kind of like I forget how I'm supposed to sit in this class and learn. I forget. Um, yeah, I think it's just also because I'm so used to having a lot of busy work that just coming to class after just reading, I'm just kind of like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I forget how I handled my history classes with Fern Sebner, Dr. Fern Sebner. But yeah, those are my classes. Sorry, it's like 16 minutes. I am taking way too long. I'm sorry. Yeah, and also dance clubs. So I am in Yatose, which is like it's a type of dance where they mix pop music, like J-pop music with like more traditional music. I don't want to say traditional. I hate saying that. But you know what I mean. Um kind of that kind of mix. And then I've always wanted to join it since I like looked up clubs at AIU. So for a while I've been wanting to. It's like yeah. And um in a way it kind of reminds me of Pangra because I really miss Pangra. Just because of the energy and it's like constant movement and it's just a lot of fun and it's a type of I don't like saying ethnic dance, but you know what I mean. Like it's a very more cultural dance. So yeah. And then the other one I joined was like AIU Dance Club. In a way, it reminds me of PAC because it's like one big group and then you have like subgroups in a sense. Except the way it's done is it's not done like by audition and then you're placed in someone's dance. You know that one of the students dances. It's more like you get to choose. Do you want to be in locking, jazz, girls hip hop, or locking. And I joined locking, breaking, and wait, did I say? I don't know if I said breaking. Well, anyway, I joined locking, breaking, and girls hip hop. I've always wanted to do breaking, but I didn't have the time back home. And then I'm doing locking. I'm doing breaking and locking because those are more my style. Like I always want to learn that kind of dance, and like I don't know, I just kind of like more power dances. That's why I'm not doing jazz because also I do not have the grace. I have the power, but I do not have the grace. Um, and then girls hip hop, just because hip hop, even though it's a little more on the sexy side of the dance. The type of style is a little more on that side, but I still like the power moves and some of like the sharpness of some of the dances, which is why I'm sticking with it. Because I really like sharp and powerful dances. So yeah. And then I'm also doing the rock band club. So I want to do like indie style or ballads because I feel like my voice, especially for belting, is more suited for that. But I haven't been able to find an acoustic guitarist to help me with that. So right now I'm just playing the keyboards and some vocals for this one group um, of international students. So that's cool. Um, yeah, I basically just told you about like what my school life is like here. It's already been 2 weeks now. It's about to be the third week. Today's a national holiday, so there's no classes. So yeah, um, yeah. I think that's all I want to talk about. But let me just say, like, oof, all this. Okay, so cooking for myself, adulting, doing all this stuff. Oh man, it's all right. It's good. I mean, I haven't died yet, so my cooking's doing just fine. I did something correct, but yeah. Okay, it's about to reach the 20-minute mark. I'm pretty sure no one has watched it to the very end of this, and I don't blame you because it's literally just me talking and going on, but I mean, it's just a lot has happened in 2 weeks, but there's only so much I can talk about. And when people ask me on the spot, again, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain things on the spot, so it's just better when I like do something like a vlog like this. So that way like I'm able to just say it all out and like literally if like a friend is like, "So, what is it like there? What's your school life like there?" I'd be like, "Let me refer you to this video so I can just hear it and I don't have to re-explain myself so much." Not that it's bad, but I just don't want to like explain everything. And I might forget a few details here and there that are in here, but I wouldn't say it like on the spot. Um, let's see. What else? I feel like there was something else I want to say. I don't know. Uh, oh yeah, for the friends and family who want to ask me specific questions about what it's like for me to live here in Japan or like what my study abroad experience is like, just let me know. Cause I mean, I do want to vlog a little more, but the thing is, I get so busy that I don't have time to like. I feel like I don't make time to like try and update you guys. I'm not trying to. I don't want to update you guys on everything that happens because it's like, listen, like. It's just too much to talk about, and also like I don't want you to live too much vicariously through me, if that makes grammatical sense. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're curious about anything specific about what it's like for me to live here in Japan, just let me know. Um, Culture shock, I have those moments, I guess. I don't know. I think part of me just doesn't like recognizes it, but I like easily move past it. I don't know. Although I do admit that I do feel a little homesick from time to time. So, yeah. But it's good. I'm doing fine. And if I start feeling like kind of yeah. I mean, I have my friends and family to like talk to. So, yeah. So, I'm doing really well right now. So, today I'm just going to get some studying done and then I have to figure out when the band is practicing so I can join them. But yeah, still working on the I'm still working on the math video. I have to fix it, but I might actually not post that for a while just because it's being annoying. Which is why this is just an unfiltered kind of thing of me talking. Not really edited. Not really edited at all because it's just me rambling because I just don't feel like dealing with it right now. But sorry. Anyway, thank you for if you made it this far and did not get bored. Thank you. All right. See you whenever I decide to do another video.